Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming across my channel. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I love you so much and I hope everyone is fine. So in today's video is about a woman called Whte who was complaining that it's not good to have a black following because they don't support as much as white audience. Let me not waste your time. Let's all watch together and hear what she has to say.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I don't care because I've been thinking about it a lot. It is better to have a following over a black following. Before I go any further, this does not mean that I do not appreciate the people that support me and love me, okay? That's not what this means. But it is very obvious that black people do not really support black creators. And we wonder why we don't get these huge creators the way that we get these huge creators. And then we complain about it. But we're not supporting each other. And the black creators that do have millions of followers, have a huge fan base, usually have a mixed following. For example, Jackie Aina. Believe it or not, Jackie Aina has a large community following. Monet, a large following. Fanita, a large following. Quinlan Blackwell. I don't know if you guys remember this, but a couple of years ago, she was roasted by the black community because she was so involved in the white community. But what's funny is it's the people and the community that are getting them millions and millions of followers that are boosting their careers. Of course, there are nuances here. It's not black and white, no pun intended, but that's really the gist of things. We don't support as much as people support.
So guys, we've heard what she was saying or complaining. So this video brought a lot of reactions from a lot of bloggers. And guys, I have collected some of the few stitches from bloggers who responded to her video. Let's hear it together.
In this video where Miss Winnie is saying that it's better to have a white following than a black following, and I hate that she said that. I hate the hate that she's getting, so I'm not making this video to add any more hate to the pile. I actually have a suggestion for her, so I'm gonna tell y'all. So she says that she made this statement because she posted sponsored content that flopped, and she said that basically like the black girls, I guess, weren't supporting her. And I really feel like if you were to have made that sponsored content be more catered to your audience, to what people follow you for anyways, it might not have flopped. So her sponsored content was like this day in the life, like vlog type of video, and I have followed Winnie actually for a year. So for me to be somebody that's like followed her and like interacts with her content, I know that it's black girls interacting with her content, and I followed her because she makes these horrendous, terrible, like horribly funny dating stories. Like she tells us about her dating life, and like it's tragic, and it's like at this point, because it's so tragic, now I'm cheering for her and I'm waiting on that next Get Ready With Me where she's gonna tell us that she went on a successful date. I am rooting for her. So like, if that's the kind of content you make and that's why all of us follow you, why didn't you go to Macy's and like find an outfit for a date and like take us through that? I think that the girlies would have interacted with that content more, and I just don't think that you should attack people because this like one video that you made did not resonate with everybody, because people aren't entitled to support your content just because like we're black. That's just real. Like we're not entitled to do that. I don't post a video that I know I half-assed and expect the black girls to back me up just because like we're all black. That's just not how it works, and I don't think white people do that either. So, but I'm not white, so I don't know, but I don't think that that's how that works over there either. And I think that this is a very like ironic situation for her to be in, because as a woman who she always definitely makes it a point to tell us that she likes to date white men, like that's her type, that's her preference. She always tells us that she talks like a white girl, which I don't like that statement. I don't even, like it's 2023, what does talking like a white girl mean? Like, do you think you talk like a white girl just because you talk proper? Like, I just think that there's a lot of like internalized hate that kind of came through in the way that it wasn't supposed to, and I hate that for her. Like, I hope she's doing okay, and I'm sure that she is like learning so much from this. But I think at the core of it, don't bite the hand that feeds you, because your audience is primarily black women. And so just, try to make your sponsored content better, and then you don't got to try to call out your followers, because like now look at what's happened. Like now this sucks for you. And I truly do hate it for her. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and like tell my video suggestion. I don't know if she's gonna see this video or nothing like that. Like, I really don't know. But like, just make your content better. And also, like, it's Jackie Aina, not Jackie Aina. And like the girlies, we know that. We know that.
True. First of all, you're using Whte and Jackie Aina as examples, and their careers are not comparable at all. Jackie Aina has been making content since 2009. Whte has been TikTok famous for like a few years. No shade to her. But their career trajectory is totally different and, again, not comparable. Jackie built an audience doing makeup for Black girls, okay? It was Black women watching that content and supporting that content. And Jackie has always talked about her Nigerian heritage, and for that reason has built a large Black female audience following. For reference, I have been making online content since I was in college, so the early 2000s, and I started making YouTube videos in 2006, and I started in the natural hair space, and I built my audience via Black women. That was who was watching and supporting my natural hair content. That's who was supporting my comedy content. And they continue to support my content to this day. Reality is, if you are struggling to find an audience, Black, white, or otherwise, you can't blame the audience. You have to ask, what are you doing to not attract people to your content? What really bothers me about this mindset is this sense of entitlement. Like, well, I'm a Black creator, so Black people should watch my content. No. What are you doing or saying or creating that anybody, not just Black people, anyone wants to watch? And no shade, mama, I looked through your content. You've been making content for like 2 years. Guess what? It takes a long time to build an audience, consistency, and value-based content for anybody to watch. That means I learn something, I get entertained, I'm educated, my mind is blown, I'm surprised, and so far, I don't see any of that in your content, real talk. Being Black and a content creator is not enough. It doesn't just automatically gain you an audience. You have to bring something to the table that people want. And I realize that this can be really frustrating for Black creators who see white creators blow up off the bare minimum. Welcome to living in a white supremacist society, mama. There are people who are able to succeed off the bare minimum, and Black creators, largely speaking, are not able to do that. At the end of the day, what brands want is authentic, engaged audiences. They could care less if your audience is mostly Black or mostly white. They want to know if they're going to spend money and if they actually believe you and if they actually trust you. I know creators that have millions of followers and have low engagement and can barely get brand deals, and I know people that have like mid-ranged or micro-level followings, but their engagement is genuine and their fans love them and love their voice and trust them, and so they're able to get really lucrative brand deals. As someone that has made content for almost 20 years, I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of big people fall. I've seen a lot of people blow up out of nowhere. And the thing that remains consistent is good content is good content. And if you want more people to watch your stuff's just gotta be better.
So, people, I wanted to leave this issue, bypass, but this tech is not it. I'm sorry. It's not it. So it seems like this creator was upset that their Black following or their Black followers are not supportive as the white following. Apparently, what the issue came down to was that her followers were not supporting her sponsored post that she recently posted. But how can they interact with the post if it does not show up on the For You page? She is saying Black people are more difficult, that we don't support our own. All these things. And whites having white followers will help you reach higher status as a content creator. Okay. Normally, I would let this go like I have done some people. Of course, in our community, that we are more critical, but that every community. So I'm not gonna put down all my followers and be like, oh, you don't support me, when the entire following is mostly Black. So I can't blame most of her followers. But after she realized that a lot of people were offended by her post, she later on apologized to the public. Let's hear her apology.
Hi. This is harder than I thought it was going to be because I've never had to do this before. And bear with me because I don't want to cut this up into pieces. I kind of want to just speak from the heart. I never intended to upset people as much as people have gotten upset. And I apologize for that. I apologize for what I said. I never meant for it to get out of hand. And I take accountability for the words that came out of my mouth, right? What I was trying to say was that in order to have a massive following, you need a mixed audience. You need more than just one demographic. And that the black community, you know, really, I feel really could support their black creators more. And that was the point that I was wanting to get across. And it did not come across the way that I intended it to. And for that, I apologize. I do. I could have done better at saying what I meant instead of just hopping into the first thing that came to my mind. And that's definitely where I made the mistake. And I never wanted to upset anyone as much as everyone's gotten upset. I've definitely taken time. I've definitely thought about it. I'm sorry, there's an eyelash in my eye. I've thought about it. And I can see where everyone's coming from. You know, it's like I didn't mean for it to come off that way, but at the end of the day, I upset a lot of people from the words that came out of my mouth. I did. And I apologize. That was not what I wanted. And I didn't want my community, because, you know, I'm a part of this community. I did not want my community to feel like I was bashing them or attacking them or any of those things. I am a part of the black community, and I've been doing this for a long time, and so I wanted to kind of just like say like, hey, like, you know, we should support our black, you know, creators more. Basically, we should do that. We should do that more. And I think a lot of that was foreshadowed. I'm sorry. A lot of that was shadowed over the fact of the way I also started the video. And it came out, to everyone on the outside looking in, it came out like I was talking crazy, right? And I understand that. It looked like I was talking crazy. I mean, I said the most rash thing ever, right? And that's why we're where we are now. So I definitely have learned my lesson, and I definitely have thought about this and thought like, and understand where everyone's coming from. I totally get it. The only thing I can do from here is to just, you know, keep going and kind of show y'all that like I care, because I very much do. And I hate that it came off that I didn't care about my community, because I very much do, which is why, you know, I'm like, we need to support each other more. And yeah, that's basically it. Take accountability, apologize if I made you feel a certain way. That wasn't my actions. And yeah, peace and love.